It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what that means. It's time for Randomity with the Random Christian Show. Brought to you by Neil Getzlow's book, Unmasked, Conquering Sexual Sin and Walking in Victory. Order your copy now at neilgetzlow.com. Proudly brought to you by the SJ Network, bringing professional representation to artists, authors, and creators on all levels. Contact them at s-j-network.com. Also brought to you by Consolidated Skateboards, quality skateboarding decks and products, as well as shoes, shirts, and even blankets on the web at consolidatedskateboards.com, or check them out on Instagram at Consolidated Skateboards. That awesome intro music you hear in the background is provided by the Dead Campers. Their latest album, Savage, is out now. Check them out at deadcampers.com. That's campers with a K. Today, Kristian welcomes author, activist, and former member of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, Movita Johnson Harell, plus random questions of insanity. With us, as always, is our own Star Wars purist, Matt E., and I am former San Ramon Valley High School Student Body Vice President, Andy D. Now here's your host, a man so random, he's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Kristian Random.
Hello, 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 hello. And it is I, the Random Man, Kristian, and welcome to a Tuesday episode of our little show that we like to call the Random Christian Show. And just so you know, randomity. That's our motto here. It is the bold process of knowing and discussing everything about nothing in particular. As always, I thank you so much, Andrew and Matthew, for joining us. And they are still off to the side. I'm just going to take a moment here and talk up our friend's book here. Our new sponsor, which is, I've learned some technological things here, so I'm just going to bring these up. Maybe I'm going to bring them up. It might do it. I'm so not good technology. There. It's coming up. You're going to see it. Yeah. What's up? There it is. Unmasked. That's the cover of the book by Neil Getzlow. If you don't remember, or if you haven't been listening long, Neil was on the show a few months back and talked about the book right before it was getting released. Amazing story about his addiction to porn and sex, and just how it just totally basically almost ruined his life. He has an amazing wife. He got turned back into Christianity and stood strong. And this is the story. And you know, it's amazing because a lot of people that even just have grazed into this have, you know, brought up the fact, wow, man, you know, I never realized how much this has so enveloped my life. And it's an amazing journey, an amazing story. And we're actually going to get Neil and his wife back in here in my studio to talk a little more about the book because, again, he is one of our sponsors now. And he's also going to be doing some speaking tours around the Kansas City area and a few other places as they are getting booked. But we wanted to get him back in here with his wife and just have a little more intimate chat about how the whole thing affected both of them and their marriage. You know, I mean, the beginning of this was just very, very amazing. So, if you want, and please do go to like Amazon. The book is on there. It's I think it's on Audible as well. We've got several different places. There's a link for it on our website, therandomchristianshow.com. So make sure you check that out. So thank you so much, Neil, for sponsoring this show. And we are very proud to have him as a sponsor. And speaking of sponsors and words from our sponsors,
Hey.
there's Andrew. He's back. Hey, our announcer and sidekick kind of extraordinaire there. How you doing, Andrew?
Good, Chris. How are you?
I am well, sir. You had a good holiday, sir?
Good holiday. Still stuffed from the stuffing. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm still recovering from that. So how about you?
Speaking of stuffing, my wife
Yeah.
made a cornbread chorizo stuffing.
Ew.
Mwah. Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
Dude, it was so amazing. We had so many different sides. Yeah, I think we're down to the last little tidbits of it,
Yeah.
but yeah, mind blowing.
Yeah. No, I have one final sandwich left, and then I'm done.
Dude, I haven't eaten. I just realized we still had a little bit of turkey left,
Yeah.
and I brought some of my wife's homemade sourdough bread down, and I made a
Ooh.
little I pieced it together as I'm eating it sandwich.
Yeah.
It's all in a bowl, and dude, her bread is like getting so
Yeah.
amazingly good. It hurts. It really does. I'm not gonna lie.
My sister-in-law made a sourdough bread in the shape of a turkey. I gotta send you the picture. It's incredible. It's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I posted some pictures on the Facebook page of our little dining fest, which it was very nice and had a
Great.
great time. Lots of family around. So let's all go to the lobby. All right, and well, speaking of lobby, there is Mr. Matt hiding in the background there. Hello, Matthew.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Hey, are you guys
Hey.
excited for this Thursday night?
This Thursday night.
Oh, come on, man. Thursday night on NBC, they're doing Annie live.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That is
wow.
right.
I'm
Shows
not
how much
nearly
I
ex-
watch TV.
I'm not nearly excited as excited for that as I am as tomorrow. I should be making a turkey pot pie with the final bits of everything.
Ooh.
I just thought
Nice.
the Annie thing was kind of funny, and I got the
Very
reaction out of
nice.
you that I wanted. So. Wait,
Well-
what?
Oh, that's great.
Annie?
Annie. Who? What? Really?
I'm not gonna watch
Are you
that,
gonna
man.
see? Do you know all the songs?
I know The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow, Hard Knock Life.
That's all the songs.
Okay, yeah.
No, that's not. But
Oh.
it might as well
No,
be.
when I was in fourth grade, I was in choir, and I think that was the year that Annie the movie came out or whatever.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And so yeah, we sang The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow,
The sun will come
and the other one, and another one because our music teacher thought we would love it.
Yeah, they were wrong, weren't
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were very wrong.
Very wrong.
they? So
But
now that we've all had
But a
badass
turkey
and
pot pie
flashbacks to
tomorrow
our
night,
Annie
so
memories,
that's pretty exciting.
That's awesome.
and Matt
Yeah.
being the amazing cook he is, I'm sure that's going to be absolutely mind blowing because, yeah.
And I want to apologize to everybody because I started posting pictures on my the Matty Matt Instagram of Thanksgiving as stuff started being plated and this and that, and then my nieces came over and I started coloring.
Well,
And next
Well,
thing
yeah,
I
I
knew, dinner was on the table and we were eating.
yeah.
It wasn't until
And-
about 8:00 at night when I looked at my wife and went, "Oh."
You know what, Matt? We'll let this one go. We'll let this
Okay.
one go. Next year, though.
Next year,
you're on the hook.
I'll
You're
get
on the
'em.
hook. Yeah.
Andy, I
yeah.
didn't see too many from the Drake household there.
No, I fell into the same trap that
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
Matt fell into. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
see any from
This guy
Kristian, so
here. What? It was all
not on
that's 'cause
Instagram.
Yeah. Oh.
Facebook.
Oh, this is awkward.
Instagram is for photos, homeboy.
This is awkward.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's about to
the
get awkwarder.
page,
Is
well,
it
Matt,
awkwarder or more awkward?
More awkwarder.
It's
more
awkward,
awkwarder.
awkwardish. Awkwardest is she. I have an itch here. So yep. All right. Well, listen, we can all agree we had a great Thanksgiving. We were all very thankful for everything that we got. And
Andy, I'm going to need you to do that when you notice that he's not noticing.
Oh,
To
I
go,
gotcha. Okay, right. Okay, yeah.
You know,
Giving away
Hey
the
man, you
industry
put it
secret.
right in your face.
I
Yeah.
know. Well, and I
You're
have
making my
so much
job
new
so much harder.
technology that I can play with here, guys. And we had our tech guy come over. Well, I had my tech guy come over here, and you know, toy around and get things reorganized a little bit. So some things are a little out of place, but it's all good. I'm just it's just going to take me a little bit to get used to it. Again, I just want to say that we are in the top 100 again. We have 2 shows in the top 100, one at 19 and the other one's at 68. Don't bank on that, but it's in the 60s somewhere. So
Nice.
yes, we are
Very
very
nice.
excited for that. So well, and that's all to everybody listening and watching. So thank you all so very much. Which speaking of which, before Andy sends me a nasty message, boom, what's up? I
There you
remember
go.
the chat. I
Wow.
remember the
I'm
Okay,
so
so
proud of you.
I know. I'm a big boy. I'm all grown up now.
That's amazing. All right.
It's a hard knock life for Chris.
uh,
It's a hard knock life to be random. Um yes, and so this is why I just played music when I was in radio. I didn't perform it. Even though I was in the choir. I was hidden by several other voices that were probably far better than mine. Anyway, guys, I just again, I was really trying to hype up the fact that again for another week in a row we are in the top 100 with a couple of episodes, and this is due to not only just our listeners but you guys as well. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for being a part of this show and helping make it as good as it is. And we are just getting better, and we are just getting started because I'm going to just give a little tease. We've got some more major guests coming up. We have Miss Movita, who this is going to be great. I'm very excited to have her on because, I know we have a lot of fun and things like that. And not saying that Movita is not going to be fun. I'm just saying we we haven't tackled some more serious issues and whatnot.
But we've
Back in-
tackled some pretty tough issues. I mean,
Me trying to
you
figure
know.
out how to work Twitter is not serious.
Well, I'm saying Joel
funny,
Carroll's
though.
story.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Neil's story for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? Honestly, the one story that still traumatizes me was the life coach that Becca George tried to work with initially. Yeah.
Oh my Lord, yes.
That was just kind of scary. That was.
I shudder every time I think of that. That they're. I know that people are like that out there, but still, that just like. Ugh.
Yeah. But
So
I mean, this is a more. We haven't handled anything with real.
It's a global. I mean, this is more
and
of a global, a global. Like this has been a hot button
national,
for a lot
yeah.
of people, right? I mean, people wrestling with their own internal demons. Yeah, we do that pretty well. But yeah, talking about
we do that on the air here. So
well, right, but talking about a hot button sort of political issues, it isn't necessarily our thing.
Right.
But
so,
I mean, this is this is. I can't wait to get her on.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to have her here. So
and see, you weren't on when we were going through the election and stuff too. So we crossed some of those. We crossed those beams as we shouldn't have back in the day. So
right.
Which still makes Matt really itchy and nervous. But yeah,
I don't like talking politics and polite company, man.
It
gets down and dirty.
Well,
I can piss off everybody.
But it's so easy to get. I mean, with just one sort of tiny off-branded comment, you could send the conversation into a whirlwind.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't. I mean, we had friends up the street here that were like the only people that talked to us when we first moved out here. That politics ended up straining the relationship.
Oh wow. Well,
and it was.
And Andy, if you just walk around in your underwear most of the day, that's going to kind of shy people off too. So I'm just saying.
No. I famously wear no pants. That's a non-issue for anybody who knows me.
You're like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood. By the way, this is me. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. So all right. Well, listen, Matthew, I think. We We've
I'm still
lost
here, aren't I?
Movita. No, you're still here.
Oh.
Movita, we lost her. She's
Oh no.
uh-oh. Something ain't right. So well, let's maybe she
Hopefully,
had to step out again. Poor Movita, she got her we confused her on the times, and she does have 3 10-year-olds apparently that she is trying to help take care of.
wrangle.
So she's yeah, wrangle, and we all know what that's like. So
Yeah.
we only have her for a short amount of time, but I am so grateful to have her on because well, she's got the Charles Foundation, which is just absolutely amazing. We're going to be talking about all this here shortly, and what she's done for West Philadelphia. I'm trying not to lead into too much because oh wow, we lost her altogether.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Dadgummit.
Oh no.
All right.
She
Well,
can't. She can't come back.
oh yeah, she can log back in. That's
Okay, all right.
no,
Oh,
we
no, I
lost
thought
her signal altogether.
okay.
She went no bars and then boom, gone. Oh wait, hold on. I think she's coming back on. But yeah, so I've been very excited ever since I got this thing booked with her. Anyway, all right, Matt. Since she's got limited time and we got you for however long we got you, we're saying goodbye. So Thanos snap
Alrighty.
time. You ready?
Adios, everyone.
Bye. There it is. Thanos snap, Matt. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring into our forum Miss Movita Johnson Harell. And here she is. Hello, Movita.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
We can't hear her.
We can't hear her.
Oh, here we go. So let's try this. Let's do this one more time.
She should
Isn't
be jumping
technology
in here
the
soon.
best?
I know, I love it.
I
It's
love
so
technology.
fun.
We should have the we should have the song from the sounder from Napoleon Dynamite ready of his brother singing the "I Love Technology" song.
I don't even remember that. I watched that movie once, and that was it.
Did you not like the movie?
It was all right.
Okay, all right.
Lots of people seem to. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can bring her back on, Miss Movita.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yay!
Awesome.
All right. Welcome to the show, Movita. How are you, ma'am?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
We're doing great. We are very excited. We were just talking about how excited we were to have you, and then all of a sudden you disappeared. We're like, no. Oh no!
Somebody tried to call me, and it kind of kicked me out, so I left and came back in. So I apologize.
Oh, no, absolutely. Hey, we have dealt with far worse situations, so we're good and strong. We got great signals. We're doing good. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the Random Christian Show. Thank you so much for having the time to come on here. Now, just to I was kind of babbling on a little bit, trying not to give away too much because, again, this is basically now Movita Johnson Harrell's show, and we are going to be all about you, ma'am. So you were in okay. Now, before how did you get started? You were in the House of Representatives for the state of Pennsylvania, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So
Okay.
first, let me say, while I was in the green room, you guys are funny, and thank you so much because it has been an emotionally stressful day. You know, dealing with grief and trauma and all of that. Some days are better than others, and it's been a rough day. But like listening to you guys, you kind of lighten my mood. You're pretty funny. So thank you for that.
And that's just the look. So there we go.
That's just the look.
Well, we do what we can.
So yeah, I was in the House of Representatives for a brief period of time, and I think the funniest part of me being a representative was that I never wanted to be in politics in the first place. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was never on my to-do list. Didn't even like civics class in high school when I went to school. So it was never on my to-do list, never wanted to do it. But I literally got sick of going in front of people, begging them to provide solutions in urban communities to gun violence, and nobody would do it. So the mom of the dead kid ran for office and won.
Right. Okay. Now, and now is that what it got you going with this, or was there another factor that you said, no, this is it, I'm going for it? And I mean, because you're the mother of how many children again? I'm sorry.
I had 4 children. I lost both of my sons to gun violence. Neither
Yes,
time were they the intended targets of the
Oh
gun
wow.
violence.
man.
I lost Charles 10 years ago on January 13, 2011. Now, mind you, that was after leaving Philadelphia to protect my children from the gun violence. My
Right.
son came into the city, and 3 years to the day I left, I buried Charles. I mean, yeah, 3 years to the day I moved from Philly, I buried Charles. And this past March, my son Dante, who was 30 years old, went to California for a weekend trip and was killed in a random drive-by. 4 people were shot.
Oh.
And he was the only fatality. But the thing for me was, me running for politics had everything to do with gun violence. More particularly because I had participated in gun violence strategies in 2013 and 2014 that worked here in Philadelphia. We had over a 35% reduction in the first year of a very severely underfunded strategy.
Right.
And I literally, begged legislators to pay for it. We had gun violence hearings. Those same boys that they said would never put down the guns and would die on the streets, who used the strategy, came in off the streets, got their life together, came to city council hearings to testify for the success of the strategy. And this city would not fund it. So I wound up being handpicked by DA. You probably heard of very progressive reformist District Attorney Larry Krasner. I went into his office as the supervisor for victim witnesses services and restorative justice. And he said, Movita, I'll support you with getting the money for the strategy. And we literally, this time in 2018, November of 2018, we were in an agreement with the city to apply for a $500,000 grant for the GVI strategy. It's group violence intervention, which is a positive peer pressure, social service driven model. And the city pulled out 4 days before the submission of the grant. And my seat became available in January. So I ran. I said, they don't want to give me the money. I'll go and I'll get it myself.
Boom. And then you kicked the door down and said, cough it up.
And I did.
I mean, literally you did. You got what? 1.3 1.3 million?
Yep.
Correct.
$1.3 million for GVI.
Yes. And okay. And also what you've also done, which I think is I think just absolutely amazing, is you use money to help fund programs to help those neighborhoods make themselves better and be more productive by themselves, right?
Yeah, so not only, so here's the thing, as a 6-month freshman with no history in politics, no experience in politics, I brought back $1.3 million for that specific strategy. And I brought back over $5 million in community improvements to my district.
Boom. Damn, man. Okay.
That's amazing.
And that's just, and you know what? That's what made you so smart, because you weren't in politics and you didn't study for politics. You came out, you're a real person. You're working with your heart. You're working with the common sense of your brain and saying, okay, this is it. And you're calling them out. I mean, I got to imagine you probably had some pretty heated debates or discussions, as they like to say. I mean, am I wrong in that? I mean, you must have had to be getting up in some people's faces.
You are not wrong about that. And I heard Matt talking about, when I was in the green room, Matt was talking about how he didn't like politics and he didn't like talking about politics because he would piss people off. I pissed a lot of people off when I went up to Harrisburg, right? So I pissed a lot of people off. But here's the thing. It was never about me. It was never about the personalities. It was always about stopping the kids from dying.
Right.
It was always about improving the communities that needed most. So I really didn't care that I pissed people. I still piss people off.
Hey, if you're not poking somebody and making them annoyed, then something's not going right, because not everybody's going to be happy. I mean, we all, and this is one thing I usually talk about at the end of the show, where, we all got to get along. We may not have to agree on everything, but we got to get along. We got to work together because, and I'm sure you can more than vouch for this, our government ain't there helping us. You know,
Right.
they really aren't. That's, I mean, we can go for hours on that, but
Right. Yeah.
like Andy and Matt,
Well,
I
it's
think I
not
just felt Matt go,
designed to
"Oh,
help
God."
us. It's not structured to help us, really.
It isn't. It isn't. It's structured to help themselves and the corporations that are feeding them. So,
Well, but yeah, there's process. There's old process blocking the way. There needs to be reform there. I feel that tradition is unfortunately in the way of anything getting done in politics.
Absolutely. And you know what else is in the way? That direct line between the left and the right.
Yes.
Right? Because
No.
here's the thing. And what I always said was, like, when I was told that I didn't belong in the House of Representatives, I said it's the people house. Right?
Right.
The
Right.
house is supposed
Yeah.
to be the people's house. So
Yeah.
everybody belongs in the House of Representatives. And we need to stop talking about the Democrats want this and the Republicans want this. And everybody should be working together for the good of the people.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And that's, I mean, that's the problem. They figured out how to drive the wedge and keep one side from this and one side from that, and watch them bark and yell at each other. And they feed. It's like well, okay, and
It's gone from working a problem to choosing a team.
right.
Yeah.
And we're nerds here.
And it
That
should never.
part.
Yeah, it should never be about choosing a team. It should be about working the problem.
Right.
You know, you work a problem
Absolutely.
with people who have different perspectives on the problems, and you guys talk it out and you figure out the best solution, right? No,
Right.
it's this team wants that, this team wants that. You know, it's like choosing a team for the Super Bowl. Like, you could care less who plays in the Super Bowl, but I'm going to choose them because they wear blue, right? It doesn't make sense. So
Not only that, we'll elect the sucky person to office just because they're a Democrat.
You're right. Yeah. No, absolutely. You're. Oh, yes. Thank you for
Yeah.
saying that.
And that's the sad thing too. We've learned to settle for the lesser evil, which,
Yeah,
you know, when
Uh,
I mean, and this is bringing back shockwaves from election time when, oh, well, you know, you got to, no, you don't. And well, no, don't vote for him. Just don't vote for him. Let's see what happens. You know what? What was that movie? Was it Brewster's Millions?
right. Yeah.
Was it right?
No, that's exactly what he was running for, I think, mayor or something at the end.
Yeah,
And
he said,
yeah, none of the above.
None of the above. That's what it
That
was.
was his
None
thing.
of
Yeah,
the
none of the
above.
above. Yeah.
And man, we need that damn box on our ballots because
Yeah.
you know that would the problem is the people will speak and then they don't want to hear that.
Right.
That's, you know,
Yeah.
and,
Having to pick a team, you know, has shielded people from doing the research and actually going deep into the issues. You know,
no, it's giving them an
and-
excuse. It's
Right,
we have
and
a
it's say, well,
very
this is-
lazy society.
Yeah,
We have
this
an
is
incredibly
what
lazy society, and we give them excuses to get away with doing whatever they don't want to do. Then they just go, well, you know, I just went with the lesser evil. No,
Right.
You didn't research anything. You didn't listen to anything. You didn't look up anything. You didn't pay attention to anything. And so you just went, nah, okay, whatever. This isn't that bad.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to compromise our representation in government.
Yeah, well, we
You know,
already have because
we've
we've got people like Movita here who will sit
Right.
there and get up in their faces and go, "Hey, dum-dums, you're not doing a damn thing. Wake up." You know,
Listen,
seriously. And-
I would never run again, even if I could.
Yeah.
And you know what's really funny about that? People call me the people's rep. I'm going to continue to represent the people because that's
Right.
what my life is about. It's about servitude, right? But
Yeah.
even if I could, I would never run again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's and that's the sad thing because we've got amazing people like you that are willing to tackle the problems and do the right thing and do the correct, you know, go the correct route with these monies, these appropriations, the way to do things, but ain't gonna happen. And because we're too smart to get into politics. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
and that's it's just such a sad state of affairs. And then you even get one person that's somewhat, using their common sense and really going after it, and then they get corrupted because, well, if you want this and you got to give this, and they fall into that trap and they're lost. I mean, the minute they say, well, the reason we're doing this is so we can help that out. So we're going to let this happen. And it's like, you've compromised. You've given up. So you're losing everything.
Who was
And
the-
Yeah,
just-
there's also something going on around the country with these political families. They're like mob
Oh.
boss families,
oh,
Right.
God,
right? They
yeah.
got their little clusters and they're fighting other little clusters, and it's crazy.
Yeah, who was the gal from Hawaii that was that tried to sort of blur the party lines and didn't Gabbard, Tulsi Gabbard. She's a person that I like, that she tried to sort of get in, and she got in, but found out real quickly that she couldn't sort of
She was running for Senate, right?
yeah, and she couldn't sort of
Yeah.
play both sides. And so anyway, but we have some Felicia Burton in the chat, loves you, has your back. And she just says love you. Also, David Keck is jumping in here
Hi,
on the
David.
chat saying
Hi, Felicia.
so.
Yes.
And then also our friend Patsy Ann is here as well. She loves
Patsy
you as
Ann.
well. So
And we
you got
love
your
Patsy. Patsy's well, we
right.
love everybody, but
Yeah.
Patsy's we're big fans of Patsy.
But yeah, I've always been a fan of people who have gone in there without party lines and saying, you know what, guys, we really need to listen to the message. We really need to go in and we need to work the problem. And so, thank you for doing that. Thank you for putting it out there. And
Thank you.
I mean, and obviously go ahead.
So you know what someone asked me? They said, you ran and you got in and you did wonderful things in a very short period of time. And they said, would you change any of it? And the thing is, no, I wouldn't change any of it because I believe in divinity, right? I believe that this was all a path laid for me.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the reality is that I really shouldn't have had to run in the first place. If
Yes.
people
Right.
were doing what they were supposed to do, I wouldn't have had to run. I wouldn't have had to disrupt my life. I wouldn't have had to do any of it. So it's really sad that we've come to it. But you know what? One thing that me running showed people was that anybody from the community can run, right?
Right.
We need to be choosing our own representatives, helping them to raise money, making sure that they get into office, people that are going to carry our conscience into these halls, into these houses, into these senates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which is just so incredibly hard to find because again, so many people get bought out and caught up with the and I know I sound like a broken record, but it's a corporately run government and it's not about the people, it's about the money.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
and people get afraid, right? If they're not aligned with a political family, or if they really are for the people, they get afraid because they become targeted.
Yeah. And the problem is what we've all really forgotten is there's more of us than there is them.
Yes.
And it's the typical story of the ants over the big piece of fruit that they've got. One ant can't do it. But a team of ants can tackle that thing and it's gone, and we're all forgetting the big picture, and that's the biggest problem is we've got it. And if we take care of ourselves, we're going to show them we don't need them and we can make this happen without them. And then we can go back to representation by the people for the people. And that's where we need to be.
Yeah.
And, wow, I got really serious there for a second and freaked myself out. So anyway, that's Kristian for.
I'm sorry. I guess I bring the serious to the show. Right?
But yet we bring the goofy out of other people. So this is awesome. It's a good balance.
Right.
It's a good
mix.
We're
mixing
it's
it
a
up.
good mix, and it's really good for me. I'm telling you, I had a really hard day. I just lost my second son in March, and
Yes,
I went
ma'am.
out to the cemetery, and I had been waiting for them to deliver a bench that I bought with both of my son's pictures on it, and also to put my son Dante's plate on the grave. And I went out, and I didn't even expect for the plate to be there, and it was there, and
Oh,
it made
nice.
it feel real. But it made, because it hasn't felt real in all of this time, and it made it feel real. But here's the thing.
Right.
I fought for a long time for everybody's kids,
Yeah.
right? And I couldn't save my own. And
Yeah.
that's a tough pill to swallow.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's just, and it's amazing because, and I've lost, some people in my life, they weren't family members like that, but, very good. I was distant with my family for a while, so my friends really did become my family in a way.
Mhm.
And, I had a couple of friends. One was suicide, and the other one was
Oh, wow.
an accident. And the one guy actually saved me from offing myself when I was in a
Wow.
drugged out alcoholic state. So
Wow.
that one really hurt because we had just reconnected, and it hadn't even been a year, and he passed away. And anyway, long story short,
No, I'm so sorry, but a lot of people don't. So you bring up a great point, Chris, because in urban communities, those likely to die are Black men, right? Young
Mhm.
Black men between 18. Well, actually, the age has gotten younger, between 16 and 25.
Oh,
But
wow.
in white rural communities, the highest rate of deaths is white men to suicide.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
The
very
suicide
important
rate
that
is
we
so high.
recognize that gun violence affects white people just as well as it affects Black people.
Yeah.
Right. So some more from the chat here. Felicia Burton says, "You are her Shiro."
I like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
we should get you a big shirt with a S.
Just a
H,
Shiro.
the little
Shiro.
H right here.
I should put a logo together. I'll put a logo together for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy handles all our graphics and web design, so he's amazing with what he can do. He obviously didn't handle my logo. Nobody likes my
No,
logo.
yeah,
but-
I came on after the logo, so I'm not responsible for
so
that.
so Andy takes no responsibility for it, and it really was one of those logos that were designed in the middle of the night with one eye closed, going, "That looks pretty good. All right, I'm putting it on." So, and I'm sure you've dealt with a lot of people on podcasts and other shows where we work another job. I work 10 hours at another job, and then I come home. I got my family, which I try to spend time with, but in the meantime, trying to do a show like this, you're doing self-promotion, you're coordinating with people like yourself, to come on the show in different times. And then you got this guy going, well, wait, I can't really do this now. And then you're like, okay, wait, let me see if I can change somebody up, and then blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know. So it's yeah, and I'm sure how much time did speaking of family and all that, how much time when you were doing the House of Representatives, how much did that take away from your family? Because I know that was that a major time suck for you?
It was major. So because we are co-parenting our grandchildren, my husband and I actually have had the majority of custody for our 2 10-year-old grandsons. My son Charles's only child was born 26 days after he died. And then 5 weeks later, my daughter had a baby, and my daughter actually lives with PTSD and depression because she blamed herself for Charles coming to pick her up. And that's the same daughter who last year went into end-stage renal failure. Right after Charles died, she started dealing with unmanageable hypertension, and her hypertension killed her kidneys. And at 28 years old, she went into end-stage renal failure. So I literally lost 30 pounds to be able to try and give my daughter a kidney. But being able to co-parent our grandchildren is a blessing, right? First of all, that, we're able to be there for them. But my husband picked up the slack, and we had a conversation, like even before I ran, because you have to be up at the house from Monday to Thursday. So
Yeah.
I literally would go up to Harrisburg on Monday and come back home on Thursday. And my husband picked up the slack the entire time. I mean, the whole family pitched in. My son Dante pitched in. The whole family pitched in. But it took a big chunk of time out of me being able to parent my grandchildren.
Felicia here has made a point, and I don't talk like this very often, and I hope not to offend you, but you are fucking Wonder Woman. You are damn amazing, lady. I mean, seriously, you gave your kidney as well, and you were doing
No,
all
I'm
this.
trying to.
Oh, you're
So,
trying to.
Okay.
Oh God.
yeah. So my daughter.
Sorry to misunderstand.
No, that's okay, because guess what? If I could have
But
given
still.
it to her last year, I would have.
Yeah.
But she got really
Yeah.
depressed and they pulled her off the transplant list. And they haven't, she's been jumping through hoops for over a year to get back on the transplant list. And as of next month, she will be back on the list. And as soon as
Thank
I can
God.
be tested, listen, she could have my kidney today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She
mean
can
that
have it
as a parent
today.
that would be it's a no brainer. If I'm a match, yeah, you're getting it. We're done. So let's just do it. I got a knife. So no, I'm right there with you, and it's so funny because and especially again, we're going to go back to talking about today's society. There's a lot of parents that would not do what you do. I know there's some that
Right.
say it, but I mean, I try to emphasize to my daughters, especially my younger ones that are still with me. I'm like, listen, you need to understand something. As a parent, when you become a parent, you're the one that takes the bullet. Okay. You're the one that pushes you out of the way of the bus. Okay. You take the hit. You don't, you go off to the side. I'm the one who takes it out. I'm there for you. That's what being a father, that's what being a mother means. That's what it's all about. No matter what, you go on, I'm done. Okay. If that's what it comes down to. And you're every ounce of that statement, because you are doing everything you can. You're not, like you said, you're not even doing it for your kids. You were doing it for other people's kids. And I guarantee you 80% of them don't even appreciate it.
Right. Yeah.
You
To
know?
go through what you've
You are an amazing
what you've gone
woman,
through,
Movita. Seriously.
and still have the energy and the passion to put the message out there, to write your book and to get your book out there, but then to still
Which
be
I've got right
to activate, and still be as loud as you are. I mean, is monumental. It's incredible, and not. I there are very few people that can do what you do, and that's
have
just
done.
incredible. And no, it's true that you are a very, very amazing person. So
No,
thank you.
I'm just a mom, right? So here's the
Yes,
thing.
Yeah.
but you are what
could've
a mom is
taken the
supposed to be,
bullets.
Movita. You are what
I
a parent
wish
is
I could
supposed
have
to be.
taken the bullets. I wish I
Well,
could have taken
I
the bullets
understand.
from my sons.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, my
And I'm sorry, that was a
children
bad
saved
choice of
my
terms.
life.
I apologize. I didn't.
No, it's okay. Like, my children saved my life on more than one occasion. Before we got on the show, I shared with you that I just celebrated 27 years clean in September. I got clean for my children because I wanted better for my children. I went back to school and got degrees and created businesses and did everything I could to protect my children, including moving them out of Philadelphia. And I still lost both my sons.
Yeah.
So
because
I'm
of
just a
senseless
mom.
idiots. Yeah. But I mean, ma'am, and I use when I'm using terms like that, it's because it is full respect. Okay, that's the way I was brought up. You always say yes, sir, no, ma'am.
I got exactly what you were saying. I totally agree. When you become a parent, things change, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer about you. It moves us from the self-centeredness, right? And I've loved those children my entire adult life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
so I agree with you.
Yeah. And as I told you before, I have 4 daughters. Okay. I lost 2 older ones just to ignorance. They're alive, they're doing their thing, but because of, you know, stupid, idiotic decisions, I don't hear from the other 2 anymore, okay? I've still got my 2 younger ones that I'm trying to do right by, and I'm that's why I've been so adamant about all the things I've been saying, because that is what it's about, and I want them to know that, because I don't want them we're parents. We teach them not to make the same mistakes we did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and it's hard, especially in today's society, with all the, oh no, it's okay, and oh, here, you showed up, here's an award, and all these all sorts of things like that. It's just, we've gotten to become such a mediocre society that does not hold up to standards. We don't stand strong for what is right and what is wrong, and there is clear lines defined as right and wrong, but we've made it such a gray area where we can just soft code everything and let things go by. But people like you, and like I said, I guarantee you 80% of those people that you helped and created programs to continue helping those people do not appreciate it at all.
And you know what, Chris, you're absolutely right. I have people criticizing me and judging me and wouldn't be able to walk a mile in my shoes.
Oh, damn.
Right. And here's the thing. That's okay too.
Right.
Because I've done everything that I've done from the rip, even from creating the Charles Foundation. We've never solicited one penny to do the work that we do. Right. Yeah. And even like I brought millions and millions of dollars to Philadelphia for gun violence prevention and for survivors organizations. And none of it has ever come to the Charles Foundation. None of it was ever to pay me a salary. So my work speaks for itself. And when people want to question my integrity, first of all, they might want to take a look in the mirror. Right? Second of all, they might want to ask, what shit have they done to improve the communities that they live in? And they can't even compare to the work that I've done.
Right. Yeah. Well, you definitely have some fans here in the chat. Love Lioness is saying you're truly amazing, and she just wants you to know that you are loved and truly amazing. Again, Felicia's still here. I know a few that wouldn't do half of the things Movita does for others. She is selfless as hell. Anissa spoke up earlier, just saying how much she loves you, and Felicia's here also saying speak the truth.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, I actually shared it to my Facebook and to my YouTube. So
great.
No,
wonderful.
We have those links available.
I love my people.
Yes, we love them. No, this is awesome. And I mean, rightly so. And everything they're saying, nail on the head, because again, it takes an incredible person to show. And I mean, this is why I was so stoked to get you on the show, because I want everybody out there to hear your story and to hear what you do, and the selfless. I mean, this is what it's about. This is what representation and standing up for the right thing is about. And like I said, one, let's real quickly, the Charles Foundation, this was named after your son, but it's an acronym. So let's give you'll say it way better than I do.
Absolutely. So Charles is an acronym for Creating Healthy Alternatives Results in Less Emotional Suffering.
Boom. Okay. And now this is something that completely funded by donations. This is nothing out of state money or government money or anything like that. Listen, Chris, organic.
We don't even solicit from the public. We have one fundraiser every year, and that's our annual gala. This year is going to be our 10th anniversary on December 17th, and we've never made money off the gala. It literally pays for itself. Right?
Oh my God.
That's incredible.
Awesome.
That's just incredible.
We give out scholarships. Previously, we've given out $3,000 to 3 deserving students, and none of that has been money that's been solicited from the public. Wow. There has been no city, state, or federal grant monies coming into the Charles Foundation ever.
Okay, so are you sure you don't want to go back into politics?
No.
She couldn't even hesitate. You're like, no.
She's doing her best work here. She's honestly doing her best work. Politics would only hold her back.
Well, it would. And oh my, yeah.
It was a foot, it was the foot in the door to see if you could get some stuff done, but it seemed like this that experience sort of sparked, as you said, the divine sort of path for you to move in the direction that you needed to move in.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that it didn't sour your energy in one, in any way, shape, or form, to still sort of put your message out there, which is incredible.
So here's the thing, guys. I wish I could just stay home and be a housewife and be a grandmother
Yeah, that
and
don't
not
suit
have
you.
to worry about this. But there are still people like Felicia and Lenice and Lioness who have children and who have grandchildren that have to walk the streets of Philadelphia and walk the streets of this country. And if somebody doesn't stand up to say something to protect those children, who else will? Through the Charles Foundation, we have this thing that we have I know you guys heard about the March for Our Lives movement, the kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we actually have the Philadelphia chapter of March for Our Lives, and we have 22 children, and they're between 13 and 19. Several of them have been shot. Several of them have been shot at, and all of them have lost someone to gun violence.
Wow. Oh my Lord.
Somebody's got to do this work. I didn't choose this, so I know this is divine intervention because I didn't
this is straight from above.
For myself. I didn't.
Yeah.
Listen, when Charles was killed, I could have kept doing what I was doing. I was a trainer. I was a master for the Department of Human Services. Well, I was a master for the state of Pennsylvania, where I trained people to be able to do residential housing. And I did that for many, many years. I did the mental health population. I was very, very successful. That's a whole nother story. Biggest thing that I'm guilty of is actually making my business a nonprofit instead of a for-profit, which I never solicited one penny for that either, but I did that and I was successful. But when I lost my son, something in me broke and something changed, and this became my life.
Well, I to try and okay, here, hold on. I'm going to and we're all going to shrink down real small real quick because I'm going to bring up a picture of you with your book here. Hopefully like I said, I'm a little technology. Oh, you've got the book. Well,
hey,
fine.
Phoenix Ascending right there.
Then there we go. There it is. Phoenix Ascending. Okay. And it is called My Rise from the Ashes memoir. Amazing book. Now this is the story of, and I hate to call it an adventure, but this is the story of you and what you have accomplished and what you've done. Correct, ma'am? Uh-oh.
Did we lose her audio again? Oh, yeah, we did.
Uh-oh. We lost your audio.
Come back in. We might need you to jump out and jump back in again.
Yeah. Yep, there
Hopefully
she got it. She
back.
figured it out.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Dude, I wish we had more than an hour with her because
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I am like fired up right now.
It's hard not to get fired up talking to her.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm like looking at the time and I'm like, crap. I know she's gonna have to get going soon. There she is. Hang on, let's make sure we got her back. Movita?
No.
Nope, still no audio. Dang it.
No. Try one more time. Yeah.
One more time. And sorry, folks, we're having a little connection issue. Yeah, okay. She got the hint.
Okay.
We have Miss Movita Johnson Harell, former state representative out of Pennsylvania, founder of the Charles Foundation. Just an amazing woman. And I swear, dude, if she ran for president, I'd be like, you know what, Movita, boom, no doubt.
There we go.
There she is.
I'm sorry.
Now we hear you.
So let me say this: I got a stupid iPhone. I'm an Android person, and I just got this stupid ass iPhone that I hate. So all of y'all that told me that I needed an iPhone and a MacBook, that's for you.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I'm actually the only reason I ended up with an iPhone is because me and my wife, right after we got married, got this great deal. And she's like, oh, let's just get you an iPhone. I'm like, no, I'm very happy with my Samsung Galaxy.
Yes.
And I knew how to work it. I still don't know how to work my iPhone.
I hate this
What-
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I hope my wife is listening or watching because
Everybody's telling me how this iPhone is supposed to make my life easier. First of all, it deleted all my contacts. It
Right.
deleted all of my text messages. It ain't made my life easier to hell yet.
Yeah.
And how many updates have you done? It's like it seems like every few months. Oh, we got a new update. You're like, oh,
Listen,
Lord,
my
don't.
husband still hasn't been able to get into his, and we had the phone for 2 weeks now.
Oh no.
You just sit there. Hey, honey, the phone's ringing. Yeah, I know. I don't know how to make it stop.
Yeah.
It just rings. Well, you can answer it now. No, they'll eventually stop by or write a letter.
Eventually.
I'll get an email soon. It'll be great. I won't be able to read it off my phone though. Oh my gosh.
So I was showing y'all this when I touched something.
Yes, the
damn
book.
Right.
phone.
Let's get
Yeah.
back to the book. Sorry, we got off track there. Okay, so Phoenix Ascending. Now this was again. Give us a brief synopsis of the book. I won't take up that time.
So Phoenix Ascending, My Rise from the Ashes. People are assuming that the book is about losing my sons. It's actually a memoir.
Mhm.
And it goes from my earliest memory, which I was about 4 years old. And my earliest memory is one of domestic violence. I started writing this book 28 years ago while I was still in an active addiction.
Whoa.
And it was
wow.
right after I lost my father in 1975. That's when I picked up a drink of my own free will. I was 8 years old. And I lost my brother in 1991 when I was 26 years old. And after I lost my brother was when I started writing this book, because I said, being a child survivor of molestation and an adult survivor of rape, I said, someone's going to need to read this someday. This is what I said in the back of my mind. And I continued using, and the next year I got clean. And when I left my house and changed my life, I kept my hard copy of my book and I took it with me wherever I went, right? And as life happened, I kept adding to the book and I kept adding to the book. And after I came home last year, I sat down with my son, Dante. First, I had a conversation with my husband, of course, and my son was like, Mom, you need to finish your book. So I took the opportunity to finish writing my book, and I literally got my final edits back in February, right before my son was murdered. And once my son was murdered, the broken brain syndrome, I couldn't even read my final edits. And I literally had to push myself through to push this book out. And it came out September 20th, which would have been my son Charles's 29th birthday. And within 5 hours of the launch of my book, it became an Amazon bestseller. So the book goes literally from my 4-year-old memory, my earliest memory of domestic violence, until right after my son Charles's trial. And everyone is loving the book. It's a thick book. It's about 350 pages. I wanted to put more in this book, but my attorneys wouldn't let me. So they're probably watching.
Right.
So
they're sitting there going, please don't say anything. Oh God, no.
There'll be a second book, but this book, I'm getting great reviews. You know, people that I grew up with are buying the book. A lot, legislators are buying the book, and people
they're taking notes.
Yeah, they're thanking me for my honesty and my transparency. And this book, I have not made a penny off of this book. This book is meant to inspire and encourage people. I literally self-published this book. I paid every penny out of my own pocket, all of the promotion and everything. Even if I sold 100 books in the next 10 days, I would not be able to make my money back. That's how much money I put out on this book.
Oh, wow.
And one of the things that I did was I bought books to donate to recovery programs for people who are seeking to get clean, because a large part of this book is my recovery process.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
That's again, recovering alcoholic addict. So books like that did save me. I mean, the big book, Bill's story. that, I mean, right there, that was huge for me. But then I started finding books when I was in a rehab, like your book. Well, not like your book, but books about people
Yeah,
recovering and whatnot.
real
Mhm.
And
stories.
it,
Yeah.
just like they say in the big book, you always hear your story through someone else.
Yep.
And you think it's the corniest, hokiest thing, but I'm telling you, after you go to about 15 meetings and you're just like, they've been watching me. They know
Yeah.
Yeah,
everything about me. Why do they know so much? Oh my God, Big Brother Israel.
that
And
part.
dude, I'm telling you, dude, sorry. I'm from California, so dude is like, it's
We'll call it a term of endearment.
Yeah. It really, no, it really is. Yeah.
And yeah, me and my wife call each other dude. I mean, it's
I call
just,
my grandsons dude.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but how old are you?
I'm 55.
Okay, so I'm a year older than you, so we're from the same generation,
Yeah,
basically. So yeah, dude, and all that. That's just part of our lingo. That's the way we are. Yeah, but okay. Now I went three different ways after talking about dude. Right on, bro. Um, okay. So yeah, people were things like this help so many people, and I just
Yeah.
love the fact that you are donating those books to people in recovery because it's inspirational. It really is. When even when you're in recovery, you have very dark days at times. Yeah, and you can be 5 years down the road, sober as hell, and there's going to be that one thing that triggers you. And when I had my divorce a few years back, uh, it was you know, there was one point where I actually went to a bar. I sat down, I ordered a shot of Jägermeister and a Miller High Life, and I sat there and I stared at him. I stared at him for about a good 5 some odd hours. I mean, the bartender kept coming over. You okay? You want me to take it? Nope. Just leave him there. I said, I'm going to drink him. I'm just going to get to him. Never drank him. I ended up walking out, but I mean, it was just I mean, I was shaking when I was done because it was just scary. And I'm sure
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm talking about because I knew if I took it, I'm done. I mean,
Yeah.
that next drink will be my last. That will be the one thing that puts me out. So these things that you do, and again, we got to get you a shirt with a big S and a little small H, and just
No, I'm serious about the
Shiro.
logo. I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
will. Now, okay, so we can find this book. We can find this on Amazon. Where else can we find this?
you can. The book is on Amazon. I have a hard copy and a soft copy. I even created a journal to go with the book.
Oh,
But that people can also get the book. Journaling has been healthy for me for
hmm.
many, many
Oh
years.
yeah, yeah,
And it also went along with me doing my step work in recovery, right?
right.
But they can also go to my website for the book. And my website is movitajohnsonharrell.com.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and we're gonna have these links on the website, correct, Andy?
Yes. All the
Yes.
links will be there. We can link straight to your website, as well as the Amazon listing of the book. And Felicia is saying, "Give me my credit. It's my idea."
Yep. And look, she's like bestseller, baby. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I did do a little googling with that, and I was like, wow, man,
Yeah.
you're selling like hotcakes. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and
And
I got about 40 pages of Google, but guess what? A
oh,
lot
good
of it
lord.
is stuff that I would never look at. So
Oh no,
Right.
I weeded through a lot of that. Trust me. There was stuff in there. I'm like, really? No. I
yeah,
I, I
it
mean,
was
I could tell
it's
right
some
off the bat.
crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's our media. That is
Right.
our media is so tainted and so again, and it all started with I think it was more back towards the 80s. If it bleeds, it leads.
Yep.
Remember
Yeah.
those? And
Oh yeah.
now it's just any complete disaster, it's gonna sell. So we're gonna make even if it ain't, we're gonna make it that way.
Yep.
Well, it's
And
it's unfortunately all about getting clicks. right now.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
exactly. And it's getting clicks and getting people to go, oh my gosh, did you see? And then you know, because it's so easy now
Yes.
to say, hey, let me forward it to you. Let me forward it. Oh, let me send you this. Let me send you this. It's it's and
Yeah, well, people
Matt
know
just
don't
shot
send
me a
me.
message.
People
It's
know
like,
don't send me ish.
yeah, the song "Dirty Laundry" by Don Henley. And you know, uh it's oh, okay. See, now we're gonna go down the road. Like I said, we can do this show for like 3 hours, and we have. So,
Right.
Movita, don't get me started. And I know you've got to get going, and I'm trying to adhere to your timeline, and I apologize, but I just there's so much I can talk about with you, and I want to.
Well, we got to bring her back. I think when
Right.
the next book comes out, I'm excited to talk.
Yeah,
Yes.
so next year is going to be an exciting year. So the next book I have scheduled to come out on April 30th, which is Dante's birthday. And
Nice.
there is a documentary coming out in June,
wow.
Murders
That's
That
great.
Matter. And then there is a play coming out after the documentary.
Oh,
and
wow.
right now we're in talks about a movie.
Oh,
Ooh.
Movita. Bang. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, the new book is getting set for when? April, you said?
April 30th.
All right. So, when can we get you back on? I'm getting you right now. I'm booking it in. So,
You got my number, Chris. Send me a text. We'll
That's
get
right.
it in.
That's right. Yeah.
All
So
right.
more from the chat here. Patsy Ann says you are an awesome woman. You got a new fan. And also Marcy Mara here, strongest woman I know.
Yes. And
So.
Thank you,
that
Marcy.
ain't no lie.
Thank you,
I mean,
Patsy
you
Ann.
are truly inspirational, and I absolutely love you. And like I said, my show has gone 3 hours. We got to get you where we can have some more time with you.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, but
and this
we
has
will
been
get
really fun. I mean, it was a rough day for me. I cried most of the day, but I was in the green room and listening to you guys. My spirit started lifting. So thank you. This has been really good for me today.
See, and that's what it's all about, and that's all I want to do with this show. I call it infotainment, and I just want to keep people happy, but still get the message out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and people like you are so inspirational and so, oh my God, I should be going to sleep soon, but I'm ready to go paint my house. Because I'm just that fired
You
up.
want to
And
come paint mine?
I can in the summer though, because I know Philadelphia winters are very much
It's
like
cold.
Kansas City winter. Yeah. Oh yeah. So okay. Real quick, because we have this stupid bit that I created half asleep one night, and it's kind of fun, and I want to do it with you before you go. So is that okay?
That's great. Yeah.
All right, great. All right. It is called Questions of I've got to get a sound bumper for this.
I think we
Andy.
need that. You're the voice guy.
I know, I'm the voice guy, so let me do my best impersonation of Questions of, or wait, what is it?
It's random
I don't even
questions
remember
of
my own
insanity.
title. Random Questions of Insanity. Matt,
Wow.
Matt is shaking his head right now. He's just
Wow.
like, you're a moron. Okay, so basically these are just little round robin questions that we throw at our guests. And some of them are silly. Some of them, are kind of interesting. It just gives us a little deeper delve into Movita. So first off, what is your favorite James Bond movie?
The first one.
There you go.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
007.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what's your favorite Bond? Is it Sean Connery or is it
No, it's Sean Connery.
Is it Sean
Yeah.
Connery?
Okay.
Yes. Seize the day.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
All right.
So remind me to tell y'all where my name came from.
Oh,
Okay.
well, no, now we're stopping.
Okay. So you guys ever heard of Mutiny on the Bounty?
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So remember the
Mr.
beautiful lead
Kristian.
actress?
Yeah.
So her name, my mother went into labor and saw the credits roll. and her stage name was Movita.
Wow.
She actually bore a son for Marlon Brando. Her real name was Carmen Castaneda. And the producer said they couldn't use a Mexican woman's name.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So they created this Italian name. They portrayed her as an Italian actress when she was actually Cubano. And how I found all this out is maybe back in 2010, my car note was late. I get a call from a guy about my car note. I said, "Oh, I apologize. I'll get the check in the mail tomorrow." So he says, "Well, where does your name come from?" I said, "So my mom was watching Mutiny on the Bounty, saw the credits roll. There was this Italian actress." He's like, "No, no, no." He said, "She wasn't Italian. She was Cuban. She's still alive. She's my aunt."
Oh, get out of here.
And he says she's inspirational and feisty. He says, "So I believe you're probably inspirational and feisty too."
That's great.
Nail on the head.
Yep, that's amazing.
Boom. Oh my gosh, that is
back
awesome.
to your round robin. I'm sorry. I just
no,
that was great.
That was better than any of my questions. What are you talking
about? It really was.
That is awesome. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. Yes, I won't ask the Star Wars question.
Okay.
Do you like Star Wars, Movita?
No.
Good. See?
These guys are huge nerds for Star Wars.
Takes too much attention.
There you go.
Okay. And this is okay. We've asked this one. Which superpower would you want? Or not want? Not want. I'm sorry.
Which superpower would I not want? I don't want to see things I ain't supposed. I don't want to be able to see through walls.
There you go. There you go. No X-ray vision. All right. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't want to see people on the toilet.
I was gonna say. I was about to say, because there's some people, showering, you're like, go,
hey.
And then you can't unsee it, and then you need a superpower to wipe out your brain. Okay, so today is Movita's day. You've got the whole day to just kind of chill. You're at your house, nothing to bother you. Everything's cool. You're going to make a sandwich for lunch. What is your favorite lunch sandwich that you make?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Boom. Okay. Now, what kind of bread?
Wheat bread.
Wheat bread. Okay. What kind of peanut butter?
Wait a minute. Chunky peanut butter.
Okay. Yep. Now, jam or jelly? Strawberry jam or jelly? Grape jelly. Boom.
Jelly.
Yes. Now, do you have milk with it or
chocolate?
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Look at that. All right. Yeah. Oh, man.
That's so much sugar.
Yeah. Right. But it gets you through the day. All right. Let's see.
We got Latifa Shakira Alameen Brown here, just backing up the peanut butter and jelly. Yeah.
Yay. Hello, Latifa. You guys are having too much. We do have too much fun, Felicia. So make sure you tune in every week. Do you really want someone to give you an honest answer when you ask them how they've been?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that you, Matt, or Andy?
That was me.
We all came up with these.
Yeah.
All right. And okay.
And you know what? I should give people honest answers when they ask me how I am.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like today, someone called me. I was on their mind and they called me to see how I was. And I said, I'm okay. And they were like, are you just saying that? Are you? And I was not. It's been, like I said, it's been a rough day and I was not okay. And I should have said, I am not okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then we're going to end on this one just to help release a little aggression. Which famous celebrity would you want to punch in the face?
Oh.
Look at, she's like, I got a list. Hang on.
Which famous celebrity would I like to punch in the face? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hard
one.
Pick one.
She's got a list.
Roseanne Barr.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Movita, you are a gem. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, April, just you saved me a Tuesday on April, and we'll make it happen. I will get with you, and it's probably not going to be long after this show. I'm going to get with
Okay.
you, and we're going to set up a date on a Tuesday. Okay, so again, let's plug you one more time here. Where can we get your book?
Yes. So Phoenix Ascending, My Rise from the Ashes. You can get it on my website, MovitaJohnsonHarell.com, or you can buy it on Amazon.
Okay,
And all these
there we
links
go.
will be on the randomchristianshow.com later today.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
And again, the profits from that book go straight to
To me.
now we're
Yeah.
no, they
No,
don't.
so I've done everything myself. Somebody offered me a deal for a book. I declined. I've published my book. I've paid for all of my advertisement. I mean, I'm so deep in, but what I've done is I've bought cases of books, like hundreds of books, to donate to recovery facilities,
Right.
to rehabs where people are trying to get clean.
Yes, that's you. I love you.
That's the purpose
You're
of the
amazing.
book. Like someone
Yeah.
had the nerve to say to somebody the other day, she's trying to profit off of the loss of her. I mean, just the ignorance and the insanity and the disgustingness of people. Like,
Yeah.
I've never changed. The attacks against me have. I'm still the same person that I was before I went up to the house. I've done everything from the rip. Same thing with my book, from the rip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's somebody I want to punch in the face. Whoever said that.
Oh yeah, let's punch them in the face.
There you go.
So we'll all get together and hang out and eat peanut butter and, jelly sandwiches.
And it looks like I might be coming to Kansas. So if I am, we definitely going to hang out.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah,
I might have a book signing in Kansas.
You let me know when that happens, and we will be there. And then maybe I'll just have you come over. We'll do a live show.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, it would. Damn straight. All right. Well, yeah, we got to talk then, lady.
And Felicia and everybody else will join us.
There you go.
There we go. There's going to be a party. What's up?
We got to call it the Movita mob. We'll get the Movita mob out there.
Dude. Oh, we're getting that's what she needs. She needs shirts saying Movita mob.
Yep.
And we'll all just follow you around. Yep. That's it. We're in. All right. Felicia's already there. We're done. Yeah. I'm like, and hello, Corey. All right. Well, Miss Movita, I know we've gone a little bit over your time and I apologize, but thank you so much. I am so happy that we had the time to be together and to have you on here. We're definitely getting you on again. So appreciate it. Everything you've done for these people out there. I hope they do appreciate it. And I am just so glad for you and everything you do. Thank you.
Incredible to have you on. Thank you so much for spending the afternoon with us.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me on the show. It's been a great time.
Right on. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, and we will be talking again soon. Seriously, very soon. Yeah. All right, Movita. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Movita Johnson Earl. Thank you. All right. Oh my God, dude, we need like 3 hours with her. Seriously.
Yeah, and I need to do more with my life. Clearly,
I know, dude.
I haven't done anything. I'm
definitely terrible. Do not.
I need to do more.
Enough.
Yeah.
I'm really a waste of a human being. I'm not gonna lie. And there's Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hey guys! Wow, incredible.
Incredible.
Latifah. She's my Shiro too. I mean,
we got to get shirts with a picture of her, and then just says Shiro.
Yeah,
and if you could end up doing a live show with her, when she's in town, that would just be.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
And there's my Shiro. Yeah, she's a great lady. She did a great job. Oh my gosh. So Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing well. And that's the truth. I really am. I had a very good. My wife took from last Tuesday to Sunday off, so we spent a lot of time together, which we enjoy doing. And my kittens are insane, and I love them. And
Yes.
and I wanted to bring up. I wanted to ask Andy. I know you didn't because we talked about it, but I believe it was Saturday. We ended up watching all 3 parts of the Beatles Get Back mini mini documentary series, and I'm a huge Beatles fan, so I'm still geeking out on it.
Yeah, my wife is a huge Beatles fan. I am as well.
There it is. There's the disclaimer right there.
So no, and so I've been waiting to watch this because my wife would shoot me if I watched it without her.
I started Saturday morning while my wife, I let her just sleep in, and then she came out and watched. The first part's like 2.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
So she watched like at least an hour and a half plus with me. And then I was like, "Well, what do you want to watch now?" Because we were just taking it easy on Saturday. And she's like, "Oh, well, you can start the next one." And then by the end of that one, another 2.5 hours later, I'm like,
Right.
So she's like, "Start the next one."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's great.
So, spent all day watching all that, and it was fantastic. So I'm
cool.
doing well.
Well, that's awesome.
That's great.
All right. Well, listen, guys, that was just amazing. Oh, look, we still got people jumping in here. Felicia's going to be out here if she comes out to Kansas. My
I'm
wife
gonna answer
loves
you,
me.
Jackson.
And,
sorry to interrupt, but Jason, I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
Yes, it is definitely worth it. I just have to say they show the entirety of the rooftop concert.
Oh wow, that's
Jason,
so
quit
cool.
poking the bear.
It is.
If you bring
amazing.
up Star Wars, Jason, I'm gonna lose.
And
my
especially
crap.
if you're a Beatles fan,
don't talk
it's
about
a must see. It's a definite. I mean,
it's the Beatles. I mean, dude, they were one of those bands that changed the way rock was being played. I mean,
Right.
But I mean, what's really cool about the whole thing is you see them all have like, well, I've got like this riff, this little like diddly do, and it goes from like this rough sounding thing where you're like, that's not the song,
right?
And what they're singing, they're like, oh, these are kind of the lyrics, and like some of it's just goofy, just fill in like making noises, and some of the stuff they've actually written down, and you're like, that's not the lyrics, dude. Learn your song, man. It does not go that way. That's not how it goes. And
listen, we just sit around and play drums and music.
It all comes together, and it's incredible. And
that's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Yeah,
definitely.
All I gotta say, it's not the Police. So there we go.
If there was a Police one like that, like something, if they'd have recorded like Synchronicity, like that coming together, I'd be just as nerded out about it.
Yeah, well, that's why I own Police around the world.
Well, the live DVD of the Police's reunion concert was
amazing.
Excellent, was incredible, and I got to see them at Dodger Stadium.
Damn you, Jason.
I got to see them in Dodger Stadium with the Foo Fighters opening up, and that was
amazing.
one of the most amazing. Yeah, that was one of the most amazing shows I've ever been at. Just first to see a concert at Dodger Stadium is incredible, and then second to see Foo Fighters along with the Police, a band I thought I'd never see live. Just amazing. So
yeah,
man.
Dude, I saw the reunion tour, but I didn't know the Foo Fighters opened up. No, we had Elvis Costello, which was amazing. Don't get me wrong.
I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, I would have loved to have seen the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
That's one band I have not seen live yet. And I'm kind of questioning if I want to see them live now because they're just kind of becoming this big traveling circus in a way. I'm not sure.
I would still love
pulling
to see
people
them live.
up on stage, but
I don't know. The DG's cover album was pretty brilliant.
the what?
The DGs,
yeah. So the Foo Fighters put out basically a Bee Gees tribute album.
Oh, yes.
Called the DGs, and
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was.
I love Dave Grohl.
I really do too. Yeah.
Dude, Taylor
I'd go see
Hawkins
him.
is
Oh, yeah.
amazing. If you've heard his side projects, he's an
Oh, yeah.
amazing musician.
Right.
All those guys are insanely talented, and yeah, Grohl is the driving force behind it.
Oh yeah.
That guy is like a hurricane of just amazing talent, and
a Beatles fan.
Yeah. Huge Beatles fan.
Yeah, but still not the Police. So just saying.
Hey, have you seen the DVD, the movie that Stuart Copeland made, all his little home movies of concerts and stuff?
No.
I caught part of it. I can't remember where I saw it. I think it was like a YouTube thing, and I was on the computer. I was like, oh my! But of course, I could only watch it for so long.
I had to buy it.
Yeah.
You got it?
Oh yeah.
Send me the link.
I'm as much of a Police fan as I am a Beatles fan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
I mean,
don't get me wrong. I like the Beatles and everything, but I love
I
the
know.
Police.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
we've been down this road before.
Yeah.
It's a
Right.
Star Wars thing for me, and yeah. So yeah. All right. So again, just going down a slippery slope, and I apologize. All right, guys. So next week we have somebody that I think one of us really knows well. I'm not sure, but he's pretty entertaining. I wanted to give him a little quick plug before we end the show here.
Excellent. Yeah. So that person is going to be someone I'm related to.
Oh, there go half my notes, man.
Sorry. Yep. Yeah. No, he is a stand-up comedian by trade, but he is also a voice actor, a podcaster, fellow podcaster as well, variety artist.
He's on the dry bar comedy circuit.
Well, dry bar comedy circuit, yeah. But he's featured entertainment on Carnival Cruise Lines in their comedy tour, and he's done a lot. He's done writing. We're gonna have a lot to talk with him about. So yeah.
Yes, and yeah, he does have some YouTube videos out there.
Right.
Felicia,
Tommy Drake, if you want.
Yeah, Felicia, you are awesome as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for hanging around, Felicia.
And Corey and Patsy, thank you. Yeah, he's amazingly funny. And that's why I was like, we've been trying to get him on. He is so hard to get coordinated time-wise. So we're very fortunate.
He just finished a USO tour of Europe doing stand-up comedy.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was catching. I didn't even know he was going, and then suddenly he's posting on Facebook that he's in Poland doing a USO. I'm like, wait a minute, that's my brother. So,
happy almost birthday!
Oh, happy almost
Patsy.
birthday, Patsy! Oh, eat some cake for me.
Should we poorly sing "Happy Birthday" to Patsy right now?
Yeah,
we could.
Okay, everybody, 3, 2, 1.
Happy
birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you, Patsy.
Happy birthday, dear Patsy. Happy birthday to you and many more. Hey, happy birthday, Patsy. All right, Patsy's like our hugest. We love Patsy.
Yeah.
All right. So that's so much better. It was kind of like a
I don't. We could not have. We could not have planned that any better.
Nice.
Going to Rock and Brews for dinner. There we go. You rock out and get drunk. Boom. That's the way to
Rock
do it.
out with your chalk
So,
out.
Oh,
let's pump up Mr. Tommy Drake. He will be here next week.
Yeah.
Same bat time, same bat channel. So make sure you check that out. Hey, if you're out there enjoying the show, make sure you pass the word around, like, follow, subscribe, rate wherever you can. We are working on some much bigger guests coming up soon. Definitely in February, we got a guy lined up.
we're gonna need a bigger podcast.
We're going to need a bigger podcast,
Yeah.
and we're going to need a much sexier one come around June.
All right, I will start working out.
Ah.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
I mean,
Ah.
what?
And after right after Tommy, we've got Bruce Valanche.
Oh, that's
Bruce
gonna be
would
great.
awesome.
Yeah, Bruce
Yeah.
Valanche. If you're not familiar with him, once you see him, you'll be familiar with him. But
Comedy writer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I have some questions for that gentleman.
Yeah, if you have laughed at anything on TV, it's guarantee that Bruce wrote
I
it.
was going to say it's basically written by Bruce Valanche.
Right.
Anything in
Oh.
sitcoms, variety shows. He was the center square for years on the
Hollywood
last part of
Squares.
the Hollywood Squares.
Wrote pretty much every Academy Award host bit for the last 30 years or something like that.
Yeah. Dude, even
Oh.
just in email, because that's all I've been able to talk to him through.
Yeah.
He was like
Is he
cracking me up, and
hilarious?
I'm like trying to
Oh.
crack him up, and he's just like right back at me. I'm like, dude, okay, fine.
That's
I give
great.
up.
Nice.
That's so exciting, man. I can't
All right,
wait.
now
So
hey, riddle
stoked.
me this, and I haven't had. I keep trying to remember to do it, but wasn't he on The Simpsons? Like, didn't they do a character of him? He was part of one of
Yeah,
the Simpsons
he
shows.
played
or
Oh
something?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he played himself.
Yeah.
So I could do my Homer Simpson impersonation for him and
That's
see what
funny.
happens.
There you go.
Oh, stupid. Bruce Valanche. Oh, he's coming in here and bossing me around. I don't want you. Okay. I'm back.
All
I had
right.
to take a little deep breath. All right. Giggity goo. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we got coming up in the next couple of weeks. Want to thank everybody again. Movita, thank you so much. Great time. We're going to have her back on soon.
Awesome.
Everybody
So great.
listening and watching, thank you so much. Happy birthday again, Patsy Ann. I want to thank all our sponsors. We've got Consolidated Skateboards, of course, the fabulous SJ Network, who has brought this show up and out and into the world. Again, thank you, everybody, we're in the top 100s again, 19 and 68. Thank you. So please pass the word around and let's keep this rock and roll ride going, is what they say. And of course, to our newest sponsor, Mr. Neil Getzlow. Thank you, Neil. His book, Unmasked. You can find that on Amazon. There's links on our website, the randomchristianshow.com. So please check it out there. And it is, just about Christmas. So our friends, the Dead Campers, our house band, have actually done a new Christmas song that I'll be debuting next week, since
Awesome.
it's technically
Awesome.
not Christmas time yet. It's not December yet, so I didn't want to do it.
It's
Yeah.
after Thanksgiving though.
Nope.
Yeah, it's acceptable.
Nope.
Yep, we're in that
Nope.
part of we are in that
December
part of
1st.
the holiday season.
You're in the
Decem-
zone. Well, December 1st is in exactly what? 7 hours, 8 hours.
No, there's the 31st.
No, there's no 31st in November.
January, February,
Oh,
March,
crap, that's
April,
right.
May, June,
Yeah.
July,
All right. Well,
So December 1st in
August,
7 hours.
September, November.
next week, because we're already getting in, we've been inundated with Christmas music since what? October 30th?
I haven't.
Yeah, it started early.
Oh,
I have an
man.
8-year-old. It's here. It's here.
Well, I saw the pictures, Andy. It looked like Christmas
Yeah.
was barked
Yeah.
everywhere in your house.
Oh, yeah.
Completely. Yeah.
And we're
Yep.
still debating whether we're going to put up the tree or not with these two.
Oh,
with
it's
the
a
cats.
little,
Oh, yeah.
Insano and Sergeant Insano.
yeah.
The
I mean,
Insano
maybe-
brothers.
Twins.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no,
Keep leading
I
them.
just figured we'll wait until it's officially
That's-
December,
yeah.
then I'll play the music, because it's, I don't know.
Matt, this is another thing we can talk to Tommy about, is cat stories, because
Okay.
Tommy's cat Gracie is royalty in his house.
Say goodnight,
I will
Gracie.
add that to my
Yeah.
notes.
There you go. Yeah.
Cat Gracie is royalty in house.
Oh yeah.
Get that
And
right
it's
now.
still a cat.
It's on his Christmas card. I'm
Nice.
just putting it there. That's all. Okay.
All right. You know what? Since you guys were so insistent, I'm going to do it. You guys ready for this?
Oh no, I meant next week was fine.
Huh?
I said next week. Teasing you, dude.
Yes.
There it is. The Dead Campers and Jingle Bell Rock. All right. That's our new
Awesome.
Christmas theme for the next month. That'll be
I
our
love
opening
it.
theme from
That's-
them. And they are on Spotify, so you can check them out there and download their music and hit them up and take care of them. Tell them you heard it here on the Random Christian Show. Matthew, thank you so much for helping out and producing
problem.
an insanely great show. I so
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Oh yeah, I did a lot of good work here today.
Yep. And Andrew, again, always, thank you so much for co-hosting with me, my friend. Rum and
course.
Regrets dropping next week, right?
No, dropping this week. Dropping Friday.
Oh, this week. All
Yep.
right.
We're talking Arcane animated show on Netflix tonight
So,
with a
Nice.
special guest. So
and it won't be us because you hate us. So that's fine.
Yeah, man. How many times do I have to watch Repo Man before I can be on your show?
right.
I know. We practiced. I actually
Art-
gave up. I had to send Repo Man back. So that's fine.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll figure something out. I gotta.
Yeah, next year.
I'll get it. I'll get it in the works.
I think
Next
we
year.
should probably do something a little more up to date. But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Up to date to
No,
what?
if you guys go see Ghostbusters Afterlife, maybe we can chat about that. No,
Yeah.
no.
Um,
No.
I'll have to wait for a little bit.
Maybe not.
Maybe
that
maybe
up
the
to
new
date.
Bond film?
No, I think you know what? Maybe the new Bond movie.
Yeah,
that would be
maybe
good.
that one because that'll be coming out, and I just,
Yeah.
dude, I still kind of have a problem in movie theaters. So
And, you know what we did?
I just
we
always
did-
have since I was a kid. I mean, it's just weird.
We did too, especially with with COVID and everything. It was a little weird going back into the theater, but
Oh,
like they actually tried their best to space it out. So
Yeah,
Well,
I
I think our theaters lets you choose your seats too if you
Yeah.
go online.
yeah.
So you
yeah,
reserve your seat.
we can do that
I
too.
think
I
we
just
have a gift card. So
it's
Yeah.
it's the sound like I have to come in right after the movie started,
Mhm.
and then I'm good. But if and it can be crowded, I don't care. But if it's the before with all the noise, it discombobulates me. It
Oh, I
me
gotcha.
kinda- it's
No,
very
yeah.
weird.
takes away
So
from the.
like once
Sure.
the movie started, everybody's quiet and I can focus on the movie. Totally
Then
fine.
you're good. Okay.
But yeah, it's just weird. So that's why I've
Yeah.
kind of invested in a sound bar and a big TV, and
I gotcha.
yeah.
it's not that I don't mind being around people or anything, but it's all right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put up the Yes We're Nerds little sign again,
It happens.
and we'll just go with that. But anyway, all right, guys. So Rum and Regrets dropping this week, and gentlemen, again, thank you so much to all our listeners. Thank you so much. Neil Getzlow, Unmasked. Make sure you check him out, and we will see you next Tuesday with Tommy Drake, comedian extraordinaire. Until then, I am Christian Random. That is Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. And that is Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. And to all of you out there, once again, please be good to each other. Take care of each other. Help each other out. We're all we got besides the big man upstairs. So let's take care of each other and make each day a little bit better for all of us. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you so much. Remember, like, follow, subscribe, rate, do all you got to do. Peace out, guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you.